What's up, twins?
What's good? What's good, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed. How about yourself?
Good, man. Just chilling out, man. You know, in this chaos.
Yeah. While we got people logging on, I just wanted to get your opinion. I know we kind of talked a little bit about what's going on in LA right now. From your point of view, what's the COVID situation and the protest atmosphere like in LA right now?
Basically, like they destroyed a lot of stuff out here. I ain't gonna lie. They went in. Um, it's weird times right now. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain. You don't know when you don't know if the protest is gonna be good, positive, or you got some infiltrators in there right now. So it's crazy, man. But I think they was talking about even tracking people, and you know, it's I don't every day is something new. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what's gonna come next. But so far I've been good. And me and people I'm with, we've been fine out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm strapped up, I'm ready.
Right. I know you got people's back out east. What are they saying the atmosphere is like out that way?
Oh man, my sister's there, man. I was a little, she got sick and shit. She couldn't breathe and, shit like that. But she truthed it out. She had got some medicine. Forgot the name of the medicine. The one Trump pushed. That one. That
Okay.
actually saved her life. He
Oh.
actually was telling the truth. Can you believe it?
Can't believe.
Yeah, so that one, because basically it brings anxiety down. And once you bring anxiety down, then you can fight the cold. A lot of people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people getting sick. Anxiety is making you stop the breathing. Then the cold get bad, and all the fluid get in your chest and hardens up. That's how a lot of people dying. And then if you got complications, that's another situation. So she all right now. Then I got two brothers in jail too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that was kind of crazy. They was rushing people in and out of there because they was getting sick. But thank God my whole family's good money. You know what I mean?
Good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Everybody who's joining us right now, this is History Lessons, formerly known as Quarantine Sessions, episode 44. I'm with the legendary Big Twins. Thank you for joining us this evening.
No doubt, man.
We're going to do a little history lesson and bring it all the way up to what you're currently working on. Can you take us back to where you were born and raised and what a day in the life of Big Twins was?
I was born and raised in Jamaica, Queens, Jamaica Hospital. I moved to Queensbridge when I was around 4. I moved to Vernon, 41st out of Vernon. So I was living on that block first. And then I think maybe 2 years later, then I moved over to 12th Street. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Growing up in Queensbridge, first person I met was like on a block I think it was Ty Nitty. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the first ones I seen playing basketball, nice out there. Basically that's it. That's how I basically started. You know what I'm saying?
What was some of the obstacles you maybe had to endure growing up in Queensbridge?
Man, first of all, we didn't really have much. You know what I'm saying? My side, my family, compared to a lot of other families in Queensbridge, we was doing bad. So, I had to hustle so I could put milk and shit and bread on the table for my moms, and it was hard, son. It was hard. I'm one of the lucky ones. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for Havoc and P. They started rapping and it kind of pulled me out. But we had to basically shoot guns, sell drugs. We had good times though. Don't get me wrong. Queensbridge had a lot of good time barbecues. We had the jams back in the days with Marley Marl and Hot Day and all that. Like it was lit. So it was good times and bad times. You know what I'm saying?
Growing up, your teenage years, you was talking about the jams. What were some of your musical influences that you got into to make you wanted to start pursuing hip hop? I know you pursued it maybe later on, but who were you listening to early on in your teenage years?
When the jams was popping, you had Craig G. You had, of course, Hot Day, the Disco Twins. Of course, Marley Marl. Of course, he always kill it. It was so many of them. But also then you had the people hanging out there. Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, everybody was there. It was like it was the best party ever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was one of my highlights in my life. Definitely, I could say. You know what I mean? Just to be around it, because I'm from 12th Street. I live in the next building from Hot Date. You know what I mean? 2 buildings away from Marley Mall. So I seen everybody. Like, you
Was
know,
that
I used to go to the store for the people that used to be at his crib, all the rappers. I used to, you know, I used to make money off that shit. Or
was this your earliest memory of hip hop? Just the jams in the area. What was your earliest memory of hip hop coming up in Queensbridge?
my earliest, I gotta say, when my mom's bought the record in 1986, she bought me my first record, and it was Marley Marl. It was Check Out My Melody, and what was the other side? I forgot what was the B side, the A side and B side. But that was my first record. So
Okay.
that's like when I really got to analyze it. Because of course you hear it in the car, you hear it on the radio, you don't really pay attention when you're younger. But when I got the record, I really got to learn how to scratch and, you know, fuck the whole record up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I really got to analyze the patterns, the flows, and shit like that. I'm like, oh, this is fire. It wasn't like I was ready to do it. I just thought it was fire. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's my first Rakim. That that whistle part at the beginning, Check Out My Melody.
Right.
Man, I played that 1,000,000 times till the record was destroyed.
No doubt. What was your earliest meetings of Prodigy and Havoc?
Well, Havoc lived in the next building from me. I live in 16, he lived in 15. So, you know, I used to see him all the time as a kid, playing on the monkey bars, playing basketball, playing on the block. So we all kind of used to play around. You know, I got next, play basketball. That's kind of how we all got cool at the beginning. With Prodigy, I think I was around 14. Havoc was way earlier. Prodigy was 14 when Havoc started bringing them around. I think they was going to school together and on design. So when he started bringing them around, that's when I first met him around that time. So, you know, P was different, you know what I'm saying? Because you know how you in one neighborhood and everybody kind of rub off on each other. But, you know, P was completely different, you know what I'm saying? He was on the conspiracy shit back then. What we going through now,
Right.
he was on it when I was 14. You know
Wow.
what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
What was your earliest memories of seeing those two pursuing hip hop?
When the first political profits, you know,
Right.
you know, see, I ain't go from when they was doing that, I was like, you know, it was a little different, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't really go with them to the studio, do this with them, you know what I'm saying? And then one day, Havoc walked on the block and said, Twin, I changed the name to the group. I was like, what's the name? He was like, Mobb Deep. I was like, Mobb Deep? Why you call it Mobb Deep? He's like, because we're going to go to the club deep every night. I was like, all right. And that's kind of when, and the music changed too. They did A Black Patty Shop. They was trying to get they was doing the demo to get for Loud. You know what I'm saying? So that, it just changed. I don't know how it changed so dramatically, because Political Profits, I can't even tell you one song from it.
Right.
Maybe the first single, but you know what I'm saying? It was just, I don't even know what they was talking about it on that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know what they was talking about on that particular album, but everything else, they went in.
Yeah, I remember seeing them in the Source and the Unsigned Hype,
Yeah.
but I didn't know, you know, anything else. Were you around when they signed their first deal and created Juvenile Hell?
Of course, I was right around. Right, I was in the studio every day. You know how they always did. Hold them down, kid. Hold them down. I was us in the background, so I was always right there the whole time. It was kind of get away from me because I was hustling in the hood. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, when they had studio time, it was like, all right, cool. I'm done with hustling. I'm gonna go chill with them in the studio, hustle a little bit, get some money, get some weed for us and some drinks, and then you know, cause that was my job. I used to get the drinks and the weed,
Right.
bring it over to Havoc crib while he making beats, or bring it to the studio. You
So
know what I mean?
that was your role at the time.
At the time, but Havoc used to call me from his window to my window because the buildings are connected, and he used to call me, yo, son, go get some beers, go get some weed, come over to the crib. So I used to go there every day. I was there. I heard Shook ones before P heard it, Survival, all that. I heard all that before he did because I was right there when he made it.
What kind of dues did you see them paying during the Juvenile Hell days before going to Loud?
Say that again?
what kind of dues did you see them paying musically? Because the album really wasn't, you know, a lot of people just didn't catch on to Juvenile Hell, and it seemed like everybody caught on with the Infamous. What kind of what did you see them going through while they were signed to Fourth and B-Way during the Juvenile Hell days?
I think you know what I believe. I believe that the Juvenile Hell was more catered to like the older style. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? They was doing more the older style, and kind of the newer style was rubbing in already. So that's why I kind of got slept on.
Right.
So they kind of understood that, and then you know what was the outcome? You know what I'm saying?
Right. What was the biggest change you see them making from going to Juvenile Hell to signing with Loud? What did they change, and what did you see at the time?
Basically, they changed the sound. Havoc kind of took control of the beats, because remember, Juvenile Hell, they had other people doing beats, did a couple, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they kind of took creative control of the career. You know what I'm saying? That, for me, that was the best move. And then P kind of stepped up more as like, I'm that dude. I'm the best rapper. Niggas can't fuck with me. Everybody's whack. Like literally, he say everybody's whack. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was the best step for them. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how it happened, because for them to change their style like that, think about it. It's like, I was right there. I don't even know how they did it. It's just like, you know what it was though? Havoc made the beat. So when you, I guess because the way I vibe off a song is when you get a beat, that's what comes with the, you know, you could change the flow, the patterns, because the way the beat is. So that's what I think it was.
What was some of your best memories during the Infamous days, making that album? How did your role change from the guy that got the 40s going into the Infamous?
The way it really changed, really it changed because golf to jail, right? And you know, we in the studio every day, just chilling as an entourage. Godfather came home. He had lyrics. He said, "Son, I'm killing it. I'm ready. We're gonna do a group, this and that." You know what I'm saying? So we started doing we did like Havoc and P used to leave the studio and dip out. So we did like 2 songs. So those 2 songs, we had them for like maybe a month. Start playing them for everybody. Godfather written all the rhymes for me and Ty Nitty. You know what I'm saying? So Havoc did the beats because they left. So we went, boom, just did it over the beat. So we took it, and then Muggs heard it. So when Muggs heard it, he was like, I want to get y'all on the joint for my album. So kind of that was my first paycheck right there. Muggs was like, yo, do a song. He was like, I don't got much. I'm going to give y'all like 2 G's a piece. We like, what? You know what we got to do for 2 G's? You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of ill. That was basically my first paycheck, and how I kind of elevated from being entourage to a rapper.
Okay. At what point did the Infamous Mob form at this time?
Like around the time, basically the Infamous Mob name came up with the whole thing because P used to say it in the rhymes. Because we didn't really have a name. We was just doing some songs, trying to figure out, calling ourselves this Infamous, the Queensbridge, you know, we didn't really have a name. But we had individual names, but not as a crew. But P kept saying, Infamous Mob, get on your job. You know what I'm saying? And we was like, yo, son, why you always say Infamous Mob? Who's Infamous Mob? He said, that's y'all. And then it was over after that. That was our name right there. P gave us our name.
Some of the guys, Ty Nitty appeared on the Infamous. You, like you said, you were in the background. Other members appeared on Big Noid's debut. Was your first major appearance on Hell on Earth?
Yeah. My first big, I think, yeah. Hell on Earth. Cause I was thinking between Muggs or Hell on Earth, but I think we did the Muggs first, but the Hell on Earth we did second, but it came out first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Hell on Earth was our first shit. Oh, I was on. Yeah. But I was on the demo tape too. Don't forget.
The demo cuts.
Yeah, I was on the demo. That was my first joint I did. We were about to get hectic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's crazy. That whole story is crazy because We was in the studio. They knew I wasn't a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I just came from juvenile jail. I basically stole a rhyme from juvenile jail, son. Stole a rhyme from juvenile. That's that rhyme on there. You get an exclusive on that song. That demo tape of All Deep. That was somebody else's rhyme I got from juvenile jail.
We love exclusives on this show. So.
Word. But I was like, Havoc and P knew. They know. They didn't know how I got the rhyme. This and that. I had an ill hook. Hectic. Shit is for real. We about to get hectic. So I'm doing the hook. They like, nah, do the hook like this. Hectic. We about to get hectic. Like the way he said different. I'm like, wow. So I did the song. They cut me. And they used the hook I had. Hectic. Shit is for real. We about to get hectic. You know that song?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's somebody else's time. That's the crazy. Because me thinking about it now, I got that from juvenile jail. And that was on the Mobb Deep album, son.
Wow. What, how did life change for you when the guys signed to Loud and you were up next to bat and you got on Hell on Earth? What was that experience like, getting on such a major platform with Hell on Earth?
Man, the money, son. You know what I'm saying? But back in those days, you know, record labels, like, here. You know what I'm saying? So just to get, like, do a verse, I get 10 G's. Like, that was beautiful. That was the best part of everything. You know what I'm saying? Because then I can move out of the hood, do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? So that was the best part about it, man. For real. It was
How
a blessing.
how did life change for you during the Loud days at this point?
Loud days, the way it changed, basically the way it changed, what we stopped being in the hood. The hood was basically over. We literally, the hangout spot was Loud Records. The whole crew was in Loud. They had a music room. We bring mad bud and just sit there all day and just chill. So that kind of, you know, just think about it. If I was in the hood the whole time, I probably would have got in trouble. So that was actually a blessing. Loud just even letting us hang out there and chill there. Man, that shit saved a lot of people. Word up.